Hello, I'm Sarah. I'm a vintage mess. Welcome to my bedroom. Editing Sarah here. Um, I am going to point out a couple of things and then we're going to get back to recording Sarah, try and hide some of the glare. But um, for some reason, the sound gets unsynced more and more as the video goes along. So I apologize for that. And in the beginning of the video, I call what I'm experiencing ADHD burnout, when actually it's ADHD overwhelm. And that's what I meant the whole time until I get to the point where I clarify. Anyway, enjoy the rest of the video, I guess. Missed the deadline for March 1st that I set for myself. And I kind of wanted to talk about why. And I also have to fold laundry because I always have to fold laundry. So I figured I would do both at the same time. Um, so I have been dealing with ADHD burnout. And what that looks like for me, I'm going to take off my glasses because the ring light's right in there, aren't they? Meh. What that looks like for me is I go into hermit mode where I don't want to do anything. I don't want to see anybody. All I want to do is hide from everything. Warm laundry. That is nice though. So, a couple of other things, housekeeping type stuff. If you're wondering why I'm filming on a potato, my clumsiness knows no bounds. Yeah, that fell off the stage while I was working, and yeah, shattered into a million pieces. And because I feel guilty about my clumsiness, and my inability to get my act together enough to buy a case for it, I'm not replacing it right now. I'll have to at some point, but not right now. All right, so back to ADHD burnout. What that looks like for some people is depression, anxiety, feelings of guilt, feelings of overwhelm, not being able to produce as much, lowered productivity basically. And it happens because we are masking a lot. So what that means is, I'm throwing a lot of definitions at you here, but masking is when you are hiding your symptoms. So, the symptoms of your ADHD, rather, the spaciness and the fidgets and the stimming and the inability to put a sentence together. Hello. But, if you get a shot of underwear, I guess consider it a bonus. I'll probably try and cut around all that. That's fine. This was a bad idea, because I can't think and chew gum at the same time, let alone think and talk and fold laundry. All right. So, another term you might have heard is ADHD burnout, or you might have just heard it as burnout. And that's a little bit different because that usually has to do with work. Work situations where what you need and what is required of you don't match up very well. So, like, for example, when I was working in the school districts, I was not given a whole lot of direction on things. I was kind of just expected to figure it out, and timelines were not very good for me. And I was dealing with stresses at home and all those kinds of things, and it ended up making my performance, not my teaching, but my performance as a teacher in the eyes of the administration, poor. I had never been rated poor on anything. I had never, or at least in work terms, since I started teaching, and it just made it so I had no desire to be there. I had no motivation to fix anything, because in my mind, why bother? You've already made up your mind about me. Now I know that a lot of that was ADHD, but I didn't at the time. I just thought, I'm a screw up, which is not a very nice thing to think about yourself. So I have left several jobs because of burnout, and didn't really know that that's why. Didn't really know what I could do about it because it wasn't something that I was aware of. But I just started a job now, and now that I know that I have these symptoms, these needs that are maybe a little bit different from neurotypical people, that I can work around things better. I can ask for what I need a little bit easier. This has been a very wandery type of thing, and I even wrote out a script. Good job, me. I guess that's editing Sarah's problem. All right, let's get back on track here. All right, so what I'm experiencing right now is not burnout. Because like I said, I just started a job. I have a lot more, I can advocate for myself a lot better. Plus, my bosses are really great about, if you tell them something, if you ask for something, they will make sure that they do their best to get you what you need. So that's really awesome. But what I'm experiencing now is overwhelm. And what that means for me is that I stretch myself way too thin. I have started working on developing curriculum for my job. I still teach 3 days a week, 4 days, something like that. And I'm also doing my sewing business, and I'm trying to get that going, and I'm trying to get YouTube going, and I'm trying to be a good mom, and I'm trying to be a good wife. And it gets too much for me sometimes. And I'm not good at prioritizing, and I'm really bad at estimating how long things take. So if I think, oh, I need to work on this a couple of hours and I'll have it done, that for me means that it probably will take upwards of 4 to 6 hours instead of the 2 that I think it might. So, that's. I'm folding things I don't need to fold. So, for me, when that happens, when I get overwhelmed, I think I said earlier that the thing that I want to do most is just hide. I can't get myself to do chores or clean anything. I can't get myself to do the work that would make me feel less overwhelmed. All I want to do in situations like that is just hermit and hide in my room and do scrolling on my phone and play video games. Like, that's all I want to do. And obviously that's not healthy. Here's a kitty. Come here, kitty. You want to be on camera? Meow, meow, meow. Here's one. Excuse you. You're hooked. Thank you. Just gonna put you down. So the thing that I do to try and help myself through it when I recognize what's going on, because that takes a while for me too, is I try and make as many lists as I can. Don't know why to-do lists are really super helpful for me. Probably because it helps me to prioritize, which I'm really bad at. I mean, I'm still bad at it even with the lists, but at least it helps a little. And I just try to focus on the things that I can do quickly, or the things that I can do without too much mental effort. Okay, there's a sink load of dishes. I can do that. I know it takes me about 30 minutes to do a sink load of dishes, especially if there's pots and pans. So I can get that done, and then I have that sense of accomplishment, and then it kind of propels me on to okay, now let's scrub the stove or sweep the floor or something like that, and just add a little bit and a little bit and a little bit. And that can sometimes help me dig out of the overwhelm. Having a clean room, making the bed, little things like that help. Yeah, medicine. I do take medication for my mental health, but I need to get it adjusted, because since the stress levels of starting a job been a little imbalanced, unbalanced, debalanced. What do you think, kitty? What do you think? What do you think, other kitty? No? Meow, meow, meow. I guess I just wanted to come on and say that I do really want to continue to do this YouTube thing, and I really want to do all the other things, but I'm a flawed individual, and I'm doing my best. So guess that's all I had to say. Hopefully I'll be back at the end of March with a fun video, not rambly mess and nonsense with folding underwear. Alright. Thanks for watching, and I don't know if you heard that. That'll be editing Sarah's joy. Yank my pants up here. Alright. Thank you for watching, and I hope everyone is taking care of themselves, especially in this very stressful time of world events. And if you would like to subscribe, I will try to be more on top of uploading, but I make no promises. Anyway.